The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.
Good evening and welcome. This is TVWAN News. I'm Mary Silla Kelaton. In this edition, LLG voting methods provided in constitutions, 500,000 kina for RSDP, and PNG to host one of the biggest fighting events. It is now official. 456 new council wards and 41 new LLGs will participate in the 2024 LLG elections, bringing the total number of council wards nationwide to 6,831 and LLGs to 372. The proclamation of these new wards and LLGs were officially presented to the Electoral Commission to include in the 2024 LLG election by the Minister for Provincial and Local Level Government Affairs, Soro Yoe. The creation of these new wards and LLGs were upon the recommendation of several provincial governments.
PNG used to have a total number of 6,375 council wards and 331 LLGs. With 456 new wards and 41 new LLGs created, this now brings the total number of council wards around the country to 6,831 and LLGs to 372. The proclamation of these new wards and LLGs were presented to the Electoral Commissioner yesterday in Port Moresby. The creation of new electorates around the country gave rise to the creation of these new wards and LLGs.
Now there is an increase in total number by 456 new wards and 14 new LLGs, with the creation of new electorates.
Minister Yoe also made it clear that the creation of these new wards and LLGs was upon the request of several provincial governments.
Following the request by several provincial governments who have successfully met necessary key requirements for establishing new wards and LLGs, my ministry and department have helped to facilitate the creation of new wards as well as LLGs.
Electoral Commissioner Simon Sinai, in accepting the proclamations, thanked the Department of Provincial and Local Level Government Affairs for their effort and said they're ready to deliver the elections.
And as Electoral Commission, the election management body, accept the changes and we'll try our best to deliver the elections as we used to do. Changes are exceptional and it has to happen at any time when we want it to be.
The Electoral Commission made a funding submission of 190 million kina for this year's LLG elections, from which the first 100 million kina was approved. But Sinai is concerned that the new ward and LLGs are not captured in this budget.
Funding is all in order. That's why we are issuing the rate. It's just that these new changes that come in, it was never put into plan in the past budget. So that's why it's going to stress us on the budget, and we're going to now push it down. That's why we are appealing to the provincial administration to take on board in some of those costs to mitigate the cost that is associated with the conduct of elections. So,
Minister Yoe confirmed the government's commitment to ensure the LLG elections are delivered successfully. Ruth Rungula, TVWAN News.
With the Prime Minister announcing the two different methods that will be used to elect LLG presidents this year, Minister Yoe says the two different methods are catered for in the organic law and there is nothing wrong in using the two different methods. The National Executive Council's approval of the methods is following recommendations made by the provinces. The 7 Highlands provinces and Morobe will use the old method of voting, where ward members elect the president, while 12 other provinces, excluding NCD and the autonomous region of Bougainville, will have their presidents voted by the people.
Minister Yoe confirmed that the organic law provides for the different methods of voting and is not something that was created out of the blue.
Therefore, I want to inform the country that law provides for 2 methods of electing of heads of LLGs. Heads of LLGs being elected by LLG members in the assembly, in other words, ward members electing their presidents, and heads of LLG being directly elected by the people.
He said the decision reached to have 2 different methods used in this year's election was done following careful considerations.
After careful considerations, and noting issues and circumstances relating to previous LLG election matters, and considering the current law and order situation in certain part of our beautiful country, Cabinet in its wisdom has approved both methods of electing LLG heads and basing on choices made by respective provincial governments.
Minister Yoe called on all Papua New Guineans to take ownership of the elections, as the representatives they elect will be the government close to them.
This election is very important because it will then create opportunity for government services to be delivered to much closer to our people.
Electoral Commissioner Simon Sinai also called for support from districts and provincial governments to deliver these elections and urged citizens to take ownership of the election. The tentative dates for the LLG elections are issue of writs on Thursday, 25 July, close of nomination first at 4 p.m, polling starts on Saturday, 24th August, polling ends Friday, 6 September, and return of writs on or before Friday, 27 September 2024. Ruth Rungula, TVWAN News.
Simbu provincial government this week presented a check of 500,000 kina in counter funding to the Rural Service Delivery Project implemented under the Department of Provincial and Local Level Government Affairs. The project will fund 53 sub-projects in Kumai, Bomai, Siane, Suwai and Gena Waugla LLGs. The Service Delivery Project is implemented by the Department of Provincial and Local Level Government Affairs in 20 LLGs in the 5 provinces of Central, Western, East New Britain, West Sepik and Simbu under a partnership agreement. Under this project, RSDP has disbursed a total of 27 million kina in ward development grants to fund over 200 sub-projects in those 20 LLGs.
It's a project that has been used by so many countries for almost about 30 years, including our neighbor, Indonesia, Solomon Island, Philippines, and all these other developing countries, and it has actually transformed the communities. So what we do is we go direct to the communities. We use bottom-up planning, which also law provides for that.
The projects being implemented by RSDP were identified by the communities themselves through submissions to their LLGs.
This is a bottom-up program, the RSDP program. We need more of this in this country. That's right. Unless, Governor, we get our the mothers, the people on the ground working, we won't see any changes. We will continue to burn money coming top down. Yes, we have beautiful plans. Governor, the beautiful plans got to be worked down from the bottom up.
The 53 sub-projects for Simbu province include water catchments, community halls, women resource centers, and school infrastructure. All projects are expected to be complete by December this year.
We make some difference. We have to all give a whole total commitment to it. And that's something that we can do for our country. And one of the programs that I think I see that it has this potential of transforming lives is RSTP that we are here for. And through it's a inclusive participatory approach where it encourages everyone to be part of the process, where it gives opportunity to local community to be involved in that decision making as well as selecting the whole process, because the process itself, the program itself, will one way or the other will benefit them.
The counter-funding from the Simbu provincial government to RSDP demonstrates their strong commitment to the project and DPLLGA.
32 billion projects, 9 water supply projects, 9 solar projects, 4 livelihood projects, and that's massive. It's a lot of projects happening. The women now have been empowered. And we can see some lives changing, events happening in the communities that you've touched. That's the part we all should take, empowering our small communities.
Funds dispatched to the 53 community sub-project ward accounts are managed by the sub-community themselves through the Community-Driven Development Subcommittee on behalf of the Ward Development Committee. Communities have been trained by the project in all aspects of the project, from financial management to procurement of project materials, including mobilizing themselves to construct their projects. Furthermore, the Simbu provincial government this week presented outstanding acquittals for the years 2021, 2022 and 2023 for the Provincial Service Improvement Program funds only in part. The province was one of many provinces recently listed by the Ombudsman Commission as non-compliant in acquitting its financial reports for public monies. The Office of the Department of Implementation and Rural Development in Port Moresby, Simbu Provincial Member Noah Cole said the delay in acquitting these reports was caused by administrative impasse experienced when he assumed office. However, has assured DIRD Secretary Ahi Vaki that such delay will not hinder their reporting requirements during his term.
We want to give reports so that it keeps us on our toes to spend the money properly, correctly, and it's also helping us. When they check and balance, it's helping us to try to put the money in the right places, and we can do more things for our people.
Simbu Provincial Administrator John Punde says the province is working to align all projects and programs according to their immediate priority areas.
And where the resources are and where the needs are. So all these things have been evaluated at different sectors level. So for PSIP and DSIP, they have these guidelines been developed by the RD. So they are basically guided around as to how the resource can be expended in the different sectors.
DIRD Secretary Ahi Vaki emphasized once more the significance of the Bilum platform that will soon be rolled out nationwide that is set to greatly ease the reporting burden on districts and provinces.
Right now, when you submit the reports, we go through them. After some years later, we spread these things, and nobody remembers anything. So the system is developed to reform the whole reporting process in using public funds. To be transparent, and this is the way forward what the department is trying to do for this country.
Acquitting public monies means accurately reporting on government and partner-funded activities and the expenditure of that funding. Low levels of accountability and transparency greatly undermine good governance. TVWAN continues when we come back. Stay with us.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSP branch today to register now for BSP Mobile Banking. BSP Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSP, our bank, our people.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo and milk taste and added nutrients, Milo and milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Prime PNG made.
Open nets.
He says the best Hunters players come from his region. So does she. But there's one thing that brings everyone together. SP Lager, Bunyamyumi.
Right across the nation, we eat snacks crackers. Emi trupla. All get a young planalapun, only like him snacks crackers. Only make him here, no PNG, one-time lay biscuit company. It's crunchy and tasty. It's irresistible.
Thanks for staying with us. Member for Yanguru South Sea and leader of the People's First Party, Richard Maru has wasted no time in aligning party priorities for the people of his district with those of the Maprik district, taking his newly elected party member, Libet Caprice, under his leadership and vowing to serve the people of the Greater Sepik region together. Yanguru South Sea member and leader of the People's First Party, Richard Maru, highlighted that the election of newly elected Maprik Member of Parliament, Libet Caprice, was no easy feat.
The Maprik election was not easy. We could not match our rivals. Amount of resources on put in no easy. But they couldn't beat our God. Save the people of Maprik was not pastor to open. Forget self-interest and sacrifice yourself. And you must make the sacrifices that are necessary. That's what People First Party is about. People first. God first, people first, you last.
Minister Maru particularly highlighted the need for the revitalization of the Hayfield airfield in Maprik, emphasizing to MP Caprice that this is one priority that is high on his agenda.
Maprik will be the only, Hayfield will be the only airport. By saying Maprik, Yanguru South Sea, Amudi Trekia, Nukulumi, 6th district in the Greater Sepik region. Hayfield must get the highest pay. I'm determined to make it happen before the next election. People of East Sepik and West Sepik deserve a new airport.
Member for Rai Coast and Minister for Labour and Employment, Kessi Sawang, in welcoming the newly elected Maprik MP, highlighted the significant contributions of the People's First Party to the national government and the country.
One of the only parties that we have well-grounded policies. So our policies are very modern, well-grounded. And when we became a coalition partner in the Pangulet government in this term of parliament, we actually brought our policies to the table, and we saw the creation of new ministries like international trade and investment. These were, informed by our party policies. That is why to have a new member, it's a great achievement for us.
The newly elected MP for Maprik is the son of former late MP for Maprik, Gabriel Caprice, elected into Parliament with 19,063 votes in the Maprik by-election. Papua New Guinea's cultural delegation has captivated audiences at the 13th Festival of Pacific Arts and Culture in Hawaii. Head of delegation Stephen Kilanda highlighted the immense interest in PNG's vibrant and diverse performances since the festival started on June 6. Traditional dance groups, contemporary artists, and reggae sensation Anselm Nakikus have been praised for their outstanding performance. Kilanda urged continued pride and patriotism from the performers and called for media focus on positive cultural stories. He thanked the national government for its support. The festival ends tomorrow, June 16. In a pivotal keynote address at APEC House, PNG Tourism Promotion Authority CEO Eric Mossman Uvovo unveiled the highly anticipated China Ready Roadshow, aimed at enhancing Papua New Guinea's tourism sector. The event gathered tourism professionals and media stakeholders, highlighting strategic efforts to attract Chinese tourists and enhance the country's appeal as a premier travel destination.
PNG TPA CEO Eric Mossman Uvovo and Executive Manager Joel K. Mello unveiled the China Ready Roadshow aimed at boosting PNG's appeal to Chinese tourists with support from key sponsors and stakeholders. Uvovo began by expressing heartfelt gratitude to the sponsors of the China Ready Roadshow, the NCD Governor's Office, National Capital District Commission, PNG Tourism Promotion Authority, and the National Gaming Control Board. The roadshow is scheduled for June 18th to the 20th. The roadshow will be hosted in Shenzhen and Guangzhou, China, aiming to position Papua New Guinea as a premier travel destination for Chinese tourists, a market with significant growth potential. Uvovo announced at the press conference that the China Ready program, established in 2002, focuses on the NCD and tourism businesses throughout PNG. The program ensures that PNG's travel destinations and service providers meet Chinese hospitality standards.
Operated by CBISN and endorsed by the China Outbound Tourism Ministry and Research Academy and the Chinese Ministry of Culture and Tourism. The program is a testament of our commitment to excellence. Our journey towards becoming China Ready took a significant step forward with the China Ready workshop held on April 24 this year, right here at the APEC House. The workshop was a resounding success, attended by over 60 tourism service providers who are now better equipped to welcome Chinese tourists.
A delegation of 24 participants, including members from NCDC, PNG TPA, and various tourism stakeholders, will travel to China tomorrow. Uvovo highlighted the economic potential of attracting Chinese tourists, emphasizing the increase in visitor numbers, which in turn stimulates local businesses, creates jobs, and promotes cultural exchange. The recent direct flights from Guangzhou to Port Moresby by China's Southern Airlines are expected to significantly boost tourism. In addition to Uvovo's remarks, Joel K. Mello, Executive Manager for Marketing at PNG TPA, highlighted the strategic partnerships aimed at promoting Port Moresby as a vibrant tourism destination.
When we engage the CBISN as well, I think the key objective also for our program is we want to see a number of Chinese tourism arrivals coming into Papua New Guinea. So hopefully within the next 2 or 3 years, we may want to see almost 20 to 30,000 Chinese holiday arrivals. So that is the aim that we are taking on par. So with CEO elaborating on creating the B2B environment, the onus is now on our industry members to go and sell as much as they have in terms of our beautiful products.
The event concluded on a note of optimism with a call for unity among stakeholders to work towards a prosperous future for Papua New Guinea's tourism industry, and to strengthen cultural ties with China. Carol Kido Jr., TVWAN News.
You're watching TVWAN News. Sports is next. Stay tuned.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase easy pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
Hiya, Mama. You wait then, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magical cuddle, get up and big smile on face. Time for kim chicken, a great fumu too. Sip, sip, the moo, yes, magic on you.
Magic, the taste PNG loves.
All Mama Flame is not all same.
Me say you sing flame flower long one him. Me say me Kim Kai belong family belong me. You go more yet.
Man belong me say like him flower balls belong me what them kawa na spring onion. All pikinini belong me say like him to mas pineapple donut me say walk him lo house. They make kumu mix him on them cow na karama pim long flower.
Tasty hash browns.
Time is scaling one time olara pela kai. Me say kisi more kai long all get a toya mi tromoy one time flame flower.
You ina peki more one time flame flower.
Enjoy life when we work together, making happy memories that last forever. Harem talk young or roll the scale rice family meal with talk to bring out the smiles, cause it's a favorite by miles. Seni sigola scale rice low scale price. Seni sigola scale rice low scale price. But you like him?
Hardware House is more than just a store. It is where quality meets affordability, where culture is proudly celebrated. Spanning 9 provinces, we pride ourselves in offering top-notch customer support and services. We're more than just a store. We're more than a brand. We are Hardware House.
Welcome back. The PNG Kickboxing Federation is poised to host one of the biggest fighting events on their calendar, the Last Man Standing. The event will feature fighters from across the country this year on 7th July in Port Moresby.
This national kickboxing event is a much anticipated one for the kickboxing fans and enthusiasts as the federation sets its sights on professional bouts. President of PNG Kickboxing Federations, Stanley Nandex, when announcing the event, said, "The event is more like a semi-professional event."
This is going to be more or less semi-professional. We're getting the best of all the best fighters from around the country.
The federation looks further beyond than just a semi-professional bouts. They want PNG kickboxers trained with established promoters and fight in recognized tournaments. Hence, the federation has been in talks with K1 Boxing of Japan for a possible partnership so that PNG boxers can explore fights in the Asia and Europe.
We are actually soon going to be partner with K1 Japan, which is one of the biggest kickboxing league in the world. This is where the platform or where the professional program begins. So that's why it's a very, very important event for us in our calendar, and also to see them moving into the next level of the profession in terms of kickboxing.
The kickboxing icon in the country is working hard to ensure the PNG kickboxing moves from amateur to international, which is where opportunity lies for PNG kickboxers making into the world bouts.
Most of these fighters have been just fighting under amateur. And I think one of our goals is to develop them in a young age rather than spending so much of time in amateur, just gold and silver and medals. I think it's not really worth. But if we can also push them into really professional leagues like MMA or K1, Glory promotions, big events in the world. So.
Meanwhile, the fighters in this tournament will bout in the following divisions: heavyweight, middleweight and featherweight. Trophy for the winners is sponsored by Trophy House PNG.
That's it for sports. We'll now have the weather forecast. Then region isolated showers and thunderstorms. Momase, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. New Guinea Islands, scattered showers and thunderstorms with areas of rain over East New Britain. And Highlands, scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms with some areas of patchy rain. That ends the news tonight. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.
The TVWAN News was proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.